This is the High School Football America podcast for August the 19th, 2023. I'm Jeff Fisher. The High School Football America podcast is brought to you by GameStrat, America's premier sideline instant replay system with outstanding reliability, faster speed than Huddle Sideline, plus GameStrat has awesome customer service. Yes, they pick up the phone whenever you call. And they have great plans that are priced right for every coach's budget. To get a demo, go to GameStrat.com or click on the GameStrat banner ad that's located on every page of highschoolfootballamerica.com. Well, the race for the 2023 High School Football America National Championship chase is officially on, with many of the top 25 teams opening with nationally ranked opponents last night, and fans can now begin the conversation about which teams should be in the championship conversation. As always, highschoolfootballamerica.com is your number one source to keep up with everything that goes on during the 23 season, and if you want any score from any place in the country, High School Football America is the place to be. Just go to highschoolfootballamerica.com, click on Scores in our navigation tab, and that will take you to our state-by-state scoreboard page. So if you're looking for a score from Southern California, Texas, Pennsylvania, Maine, it doesn't matter, big or small, we have got you covered. It's all powered by ScoreStream, so that's the way you keep up with things. And early this morning, we put together a great look at the top 300. The preseason 300 came out at the end of June, and our first in-season national poll, which is created with our proprietary algorithm, will come out on Sunday. Let's give you a little bit of a taste for what happened last night. Several games in the top 25 are shaping up the national championship conversation. Frank McManus, the new head coach at Mater Dei, he starts with a win. The Monarchs, preseason number one in the HSFA 300, powered by NFL Play Football. Well, they opened with a 28-14 win over number 22 Corona Centennial in a battle that everybody in Southern California looks forward to. The Monarchs got out to a 21-0 lead, and then in the fourth quarter, the Huskies got a little close, getting to 21-14, but in the end, Elijah Brown, throwing for two scores, leads the Monarchs to a 28-14 victory, and they will remain on top of the High School Football America 100 and the 300. That the new one that will come out again, the in-season poll, the first one coming out on Sunday. Right behind them, their arch enemies in the Trinity League in Southern California, St. John Bosco. They continue to roll over out-of-state opponents. Last night, taking down number 177 Liberty out of Nevada, a great team out of Las Vegas. But the Braves, not many problems with out-of-state opponents recently. Their win streak is now 16 against those OOS teams, and they will test that 16-game win streak next week on national television when they play number 6 St. Thomas Aquinas. Oh, by the way, STA, the last time the Braves lost to an out-of-state opponent was to STA in Florida back in 2017. All of the top 300 scores are neatly spelled out for you if you go to highschoolfootballamerica.com. It's the lead story right now on our website. The biggest game last night that I think really shapes up the national championship conversation was the one between Buford in Georgia and St. Francis Academy, a great game that was on Flow Football, set up by our good friends at Prep Gridiron Logistics. You can always watch replays of games by going to Flow Football. But it was a game that I think many thought SFA was going to come from Maryland, down from Baltimore, and show Buford what it's been doing against its big national schedule over the last 5 years. But when the smoke cleared, it was the Wolves. They have 3 5-star players. The number one college football recruit in the nation is their quarterback. He transferred in from Arizona, from Pinnacle High School, Dylan Raiola, leading the way to the victory there. KJ Bolden, the safety who recently announced his verbal commitment to Florida State, and Edric Houston on the defensive line, the third 5-star team there. The Wolves are definitely in the conversation. It will be interesting to see when the rankings come out on Sunday where Buford is. Number 7 going in, St. Francis was number 3. We put all that information into the algorithm. And by the way, I love saying this when the first in-season one comes out. We do the preseason rankings to the best of the algorithm's ability, but it's really designed to capture and analyze what goes on the field. So now that we have this big win by Buford, I wouldn't be surprised to see those Wolves slip maybe as high as 3. You may remember last year the Wolves were as high as number 2 in the national rankings before they were surprised in the second round of the playoffs by Walton. And if not for that, Buford probably would have finished, maybe number 2 last year. Who knows? It was a great national championship chase last year with St. John Bosco picking up their second national title with High School Football America since 2019. Modern day, we should have mentioned this at the top when we talked about the Monarchs. The Monarchs have won 3 national championships through 2017, so 5 of the last 6 national championships have been won by either Mater Dei or Bosco out of the Trinity League there in Southern California. The only team to beat that streak, by the way, or get in there, I shouldn't say they snapped the streak, but they're in the middle of that in 2020 when Southern California did not play a fall high school football season and they played a limited schedule in the spring due to COVID. IMG won the national title in 2020 and they opened with an impressive win last night. The number 5 Ascenders beating 2-time reigning Tennessee state champ Lipscomb Academy by a score of 35-10. Lipscomb entering the game ranked number 23 in the preseason HSFA 300. Number 4, Bishop Gorman, definitely, in that conversation for a national title every year. They've got a rock hard, tough schedule this year. They open with a very solid win over number 74 Corner Canyon out of Utah. The Gales outscoring the Chargers 42-14 after the Gales were down at the half, 28-20. You can get more on that game by going to highschoolfootballamerica.com. And one final mention we want to have here, it wasn't a top 25 matchup, but it was a big game. 2 of the best all-time, Valdosta traveling to Ohio to take on Massillon, Washington. Valdosta, the all-time leader in high school football wins with 941. Massillon came in with 932, so just 9 behind the Wildcats, and they've closed that gap now to 8 with a 28-17 victory. There were a lot of other top 100 games last night, and you can see all of them by going to highschoolfootballamerica.com. There's a big top 25 matchup today in South Georgia, where South Carolina Power, Dutch Fork, and their legendary head coach, Tom Knotts, going to try and put one on the Packers, who come in number 18 in the High School Football America 300. You can watch that game on Flow Football. The links to see that, you can go to our social media at HSFB America or on our Facebook page. Our handles on Facebook and on Instagram, High School Football America. And another one that we're going to be keeping our eye on today in the state of Ohio, St. Edward, the 2-time reigning Division I champ, ranked number 13 in the High School Football America 300, powered by NFL Play Football, going into the season, taking on 3-time reigning state champ, Center Grove from the state of Indiana in the biggest classification there, 6A. The Trojans ranked number 33 in the High School Football America 300, the preseason variety. But again, it's all going to change tomorrow when the new rankings come out. And I do have to mention one other game that I forgot, and it was on national television on the Deuce on ESPN last night. Wow, what a game between Langston Hughes, number 25, and number 37, Carrollton, 2 of the best quarterbacks in the nation. Noland for Langston Hughes, leading them to a comeback victory, and Julian Lewis, the freshman sensation last year, year. Now the super soft. He almost got it done at the end, but when the smoke cleared, it was Hughes beating Carrollton by a score, Nippingen by a score of 39-34. So lots of games today. We've got the Corky Kell Classic here in Georgia. You can follow all of the games. We've got several different types of ways to follow the games. It's all in real time. High School Football America has partnered with ScoreStream since back in 2015, and they've got great live scoreboards. We've got a live top 100 scoreboard, so you can follow that. And if you're just looking for your favorite team and they're not in the national rankings right now, well, all you got to do is go to highschoolfootballamerica.com and click on scores in the navigation tab, and it will take you to our state-by-state scoreboard page. And again, every state that's playing right now, you can check out every score, and you can also go back to last night. It's also searchable. So if you're looking for your alma mater score, all you got to do is go to the page and the state that your school is in, and that's the way you'll be able to find out. Well, this has been the High School Football America podcast, and it's been brought to you by NFL Play Football. Coaches, don't forget to check out playfootball.nfl.com for some great resources to help you improve in the coaching profession. I'm Jeff Fisher, and you've been listening to the High School Football America podcast.